This is exciting. Our first stuff pack since Paranormal, Home Chef Hustle. Interesting name. It's kind of a tongue twister. I feel like I'm gonna mess it up every time I'm about to say it. But yes, this is the newest stuff pack for The Sims 4, and I thought today I would do just a little speed build of me making a kitchen using all the items, as well as a little bit of gameplay at the end, where you can see Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate serving some waffles, and also possibly starting a fire. Probably give your sim a little bit of cooking skill before you make them cook at the food stall that you can place. Because I immediately did that with her, and she started a fire right after starting her waffles. So apparently waffles are dangerous. Stay tuned for that. It's at the end. Pretty much I just wanted to showcase all the swatches for this, and I do kind of like go and add all the items, and I show you guys each swatch for each item so you can kind of see the general color scheme. It's kind of muted tones. I kind of wish we had a little bit more color options, but I guess it's good to have some more neutral colors, because there's like a light green, a light blue, which is very similar. There's like a yellow and a red. And then there's like black, white, and some browns. So, I mean, it's a good variety. The wallpaper, nice tile. I do wish it had a few more color options. And then the flooring is just like a slate kind of tile. Also comes in a few different colors. Again, in the same palette as the cupboards, so you'll see a lot of the same colors being used throughout this. And I do change where I put things a lot, because I really didn't know where I was putting everything, and I didn't realize what I had to place until after. Also, there's a tiny dishwasher, which is kind of weird, because like it won't go on that corner shelf, but it'll go on a normal shelf. So you can't do it on like a corner or an end piece shelf. It has to be on a full-size shelf. Not shelf. I mean counter. I haven't done any building in The Sims in a long time, if you can't tell. A little rusty. But I really am excited for this pack. I'm glad to see stuff packs making a return, because they are usually good value for your money, and you get a lot more for what you're paying. So, I mean, it's only $5 more than a kit. You get gameplay, create a sim, and build by items. I was a little disappointed with how many items we got. Like, we didn't even get a trash can, so I did have to use a base game trash can. But other than that, I think it had everything, you know, to build a kitchen. Just no garbage. I wish we got like a garbage disposal. We got a dishwasher, but no garbage disposal. So also, you can't put the dishwasher underneath the sink in the same thing, because there's no space for it. So just be careful about where you're placing things, because it will tell you no, cannot work if it's in the wrong spot. And you'll see me struggle with placement of where I'm putting everything in this tiny kitchen. I probably should have picked a bigger location to build in, but I picked one in the horse ranch world because that's where Shadowheart was living, and I wanted her to be the test. As you can see, we got some cool plates that are stackable, as well as a mixing thing, or a measuring bowl, but it's not interactable, it's just for decor, clutter. And then the knife rack. The knife rack was interesting. I'm not sure if I love the color options. I kind of wish they had some brown that matched the other brown, like the lighter brown woods that we had. But it was like all really dark. It wasn't my favorite. Like, I was excited for a new knife block, but I feel like it definitely needs more color swatches. Also, that cookbook is really cute, but also same thing. Why can't we have each pattern have the same wood tones? That just kind of bugs me that like you're restricted to a certain cookbook look with a certain wood color. And they do that in a lot of things in The Sims 4, and it is very annoying. We're like, why don't they just make a few extra swatches? It cannot be that difficult to be able to do, because it just feels unnecessarily like lazy. Like, they could definitely add a few more swatches and make it feel more realistic and make it fit in more builds without feeling out of place, right? And this thing that you can see, I was messing and figuring out where to put it. This thing was like a lighted shelf, and I really didn't like it that much. I think it gave off a weird light and shadows to like the rest of the room, so I had to put another light next to it to make it light enough. Also, one annoying thing, on the shelf that you get, you can't slot the spices on the first row. So I was struggling to try to get it on the first row because, like, who's gonna put the spices on the top shelf? Like, you're not gonna be able to reach that realistically. But I did because it wouldn't go on the second shelf. And, you know, that's just the little things that kind of bug me about The Sims, where it's like, oh, this should have been looked at and fixed before, you know, actually releasing something like this. But, I mean, overall, the pack is nice. There's good items. I don't have too much really good or bad. It's just like, okay, it's another kit. I think the gameplay is somewhat interesting. I didn't really play enough of it to have a huge opinion, but I do think that there is potential there for a lot of fun gameplay moments with it. And just make sure that your Sims have more than 0 cooking skill before doing any kind of cooking with these new objects, because you might start a fire, as you'll see soon. But I do love that we have like a pizza oven, a mixer, the waffle maker. We just got a few more random appliances and random decorative pieces. And I don't know, I think that this was good. But I also feel like it's a little lacking in some aspects as well, but I also haven't given it, you know, a ton of time. I pretty much just did this and a little bit of gameplay that you'll see at the end. I do like the stands. They look really cute. Apparently you can put them in your pockets and carry them with you and like open the stand anywhere. Kind of like with the massage chairs, I guess. You can bring them with you and like sell your services. And so I think it's neat that you can bring a bunch of food with you and then like kind of have a pop-up sale. You can have a lemonade stand, you can have the waffle stand, you can have whatever. And I think that's pretty fun. And immediately there's a fire. Of course, because why wouldn't there be? Someone doesn't know how to use a waffle maker and starts a fire their first time ever cooking. It's Shadowheart. And then it burns down the whole stand. I don't know. It was pretty funny. I thought this was just fun to include. She wouldn't put out the fire. We had to wait for the fireman, and then we had to replace it. And then I did have her make some more waffles and then sell them to some people. And then we also make some pizza. I figured out how to do this. It was a little bit weird at first because I was like video recording and confused at why she wasn't picking out the waffle from the iron. You have to like collect the waffle from the baker after it's done. Like it'll turn off, so hopefully it doesn't start a fire. And then you have to like collect the waffle and then add it to the table. And here's Shadowheart just trying to make us some sales. I don't know how efficient this would be money-wise early on. Probably once your cooking skills get better, you will be able to sell better quality items. Also, you're able to mark up your prices. So if you have some really good stuff that people are wanting to buy, you should just like mark it up really high and see if they'll buy it. I don't know. But it seems like something that you can have some fun with it. I don't know. I kind of want to give it a little bit more time to actually play. Maybe I'll play it on stream here in the near future. And really, it was a lot of like standing around watching The Sims talk, as you can tell. Not super riveting, but I guess there is some interesting gameplay if you were creative enough with it. I don't know. I need to play more, like I said. If you want to see me do any Let's Play of this on stream or on a video here, let me know in a comment. Apparently you can give sales pitches and convince people to buy more of your stuff. Here you can see she's starting her pizza, and the pizza oven's pretty good looking. And it just took like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so sim time. Then you have to collect it. It will auto shut off, so it doesn't just keep burning it, which is good. And then you also, it goes in your pocket, and then you have to place it on the table as well. People seem to love the pizza. She did better with the pizza than the waffles, apparently. The waffles were not a hit. But cheese pizza, that's easy, apparently, for her. Final thoughts about this pack? I think it's worth it. It's $10. It's the first stuff pack in 3 years. You get a lot more for your money rather than a kit, and I would probably recommend it, you know, if you feel like you need more kitchen decor items and want a little bit of that gameplay. So, yeah. I'll probably have more thoughts on it later, but this is my initial thoughts of the pack. I hope you liked it. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts about this pack. Have you played it? How are you feeling about it? And are you excited that stuff packs are back or not? I look forward to seeing more stuff packs in the future. Really, really hope we get more.